not case sensitive. So if you want to write, we can write capital case or small case, any issue, no issues. For example, I have written HTML capital case. Okay, so I'm writing HTML here, small case. Sorry, small case. As you wish, we can write HTML capital case, we can write small case, right? No issues. And here we are writing head tag. If you want to write, we can write head capital case. Okay, so finally, so HTML is not case sensitive, whether we can write small case or capital case. Okay, so here head is there. Within that head section, we are writing title. So we have to close the title. So between that, we have to mention this is home page or something, or get show or something. Okay, we can write anything in the title. Yeah, in the body section, so we have to write some elements. What are those? We will see now. First one is the heading. Okay, H1 is the tag. So this is for heading tags. If you want to write any headings in the HTML, then we have to use H1 tag. So not only H1, we have to write H1 to H6. So H1 is the large font size and H6 is the small font size. We will see all those things. So something, welcome to Get Sure. Something is there. Okay, so now I want to write the same tag 6 times. So but those tags are H1 to H6. Okay, so this is H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So just we have to write start tag and end tag, start tag and end tag like this. This is H4 and this is also H4, H5, this is H5, H6, H6. Okay, fine. So within the body we are writing multiple headings, right? So this is large size, H1 is large size and H6 is small size. Okay, now so we can write some more elements. Okay, that is paragraph. So we can write paragraph also. For that they have given p tag. So within the paragraph, something, thanks for choosing. Okay, just write paragraph. And some more elements are there, we will discuss after completion of first example. Div is there, span is there, we will discuss all those elements. Okay, at present we will discuss only headings and as well as paragraph. So how to provide paragraph? Just p tag. How to provide headings? Headings are split into, means classified into 6 types. One is H1, H1 to H6. H1 is large size. For example, they will give internally some size. So for example, 20 pixel or 30 pixel would be there. So this is 25, this is 20, this is 15, this is 10, this is 5 pixel. Like that, they will decrease from top to bottom, H1 to H6. Okay, so how to save this file? So save as, okay, desktop. Okay, we have created one project, right? So what is that folder name? My web project something, right? Go there. And here pages, I want to create first program.html. I want to remove the text file. I want to keep this file, first program.html. Save it. Then it will say change automatically. So because this is also editor, right? So Notepad++, it will give the colors. If it is HTML file, it will give HTML text font. And if it is JavaScript, then it will convert JavaScript text font. So depends upon your extension. See, if you go here, then pages, so this is only HTML file, right? Text file, but we don't want to write text file. So we have to write, so .html file extension. So it would be converted into browser. So it may be Firefox or Chrome or any browser, okay? Just right click as you wish, open with Chrome or Firefox or any browser, okay? Check here. Welcome to Get Your Infotech is coming. H1, this is H2, and this is H3, this is H4, this is H6. So this is comes from paragraph. But did you find, so I have written some title. So where is the title? Home page I have written. Did you observe? I did not get any home page output here. Did you observe where it is? One person, Balaram, Indra, Sudhir, Vamsi, Venkat. Did you observe? I have written between title, I have written some home page, but that home page is not available within this web browser. Did you find where it
Name of
is?
the page.
Where it is?
So
Yes, you're right.
Name of the page.
Yeah, within the tab, we can able to see
the
that
tab.
home page. Yes. So this is nothing but why we have to write title. You can understand at the time of creating web application or multiple web pages. Because for example, I need to work with multiple web pages. For example, this is home page and another page I have created second program that is about us.js, about us.html, and third one contact us.html is there. But I need to identify which page is related to that particular content is available. So for example, if it is home page, okay, that home page related content. If it is about us.html, then about us page would be displayed here. Okay, depends upon your content, what content is available within that. So we have to write that title here. This is web page title. We can able to see at the tab. Okay, fine. So this is the structure of HTML. So if you want to create, you can create CSS files, JavaScript files, images, right? How can we provide? We will see now. So within the head section, we have to write JavaScript files and CSS files. So how to write script, and we have to write script file here, and after that we have to write style, and we have to write close style. Okay, but we will discuss how to provide some external styles would be there, internal styles would be there, inline styles would be there. We will discuss later those things. Just remember these tags. Okay, for external tags we have to write some another name, for internal we have to write some another tags. Okay, we will discuss later, but at present think about here. So we have to provide within the script tag, we have to write all the JavaScript files. Within the style tag, we have to write all styles. Means we are writing a colorful web page, right? For that, we have to write all the styles which within the style tag. Okay, but actually here, if it is external style, then we have to provide a link tag. If it is internal style, then we have to provide style tag. But JavaScript, even if it is external or internal, we have to specify only script tag only. Okay, fine. Don't worry. We will discuss briefly regarding these things later. Don't worry. Yeah, fine. So finally, within the head section, we can write title, JavaScript files, and CSS files, right? Yeah, now I want to provide image. So here, image img src is equal to dot dot slash. What is the dot dot slash? I will explain. Okay, so that is the relative path. Okay, dot dot slash, we have created one folder that is images, right? Slash, so for example, I want to provide one image. Okay, so is there any image in my website? Okay, we will search in Google. HTML founder, Berners-Lee. Okay, so his name is Bern. So I want to keep this image into web structure, where we have to keep that image in the images folder, right? So we have to keep that file into images folder, and we have to identify what is the extension also. Okay, that is JPEG image. Okay, we will see now. So this is relative path. We will discuss what is relative path and what is absolute path after the completion of this first program. Don't worry, but at present you have to provide the path. So how to give image? Just burn dot jpg, right? So here we have to close. So now we will see how it will display in the web browser. See, that Berners-Lee came right because we have provided image tag. If you want to provide any images within the web page, then for that we have to use img tag, not image. Okay, at the time of written test they will give. So either this one is image or img. Okay, so we have to use always img tag, not image. Yeah, fine. So finally we have seen basic template of HTML. So HTML is consisting of two parts. One is head section and second one is the body section. So in the head section, we have to specify title and as well as JavaScript files and as well as styles. But in the body section, we have to provide, we can write too many tags, but at present we are discussing only 3 tags. Okay, so these all things comes under only one tag. Okay, one tag means different tags only, but all are for headings. So headings H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So it will decrease the font size from top to bottom. And second one is the paragraph tag. If you want to write any paragraphs within the web page, then we have to use p tag. Okay, and next one is the image tag. So if you want to provide any images within the web application, then we have to use img tag, not image. So within that we have to provide some attribute name. So this is tag name or element name, but this is attribute name. Just remember these words. These are very, very important later sessions. Okay, this is tag name, this is attribute name, this is value. So that value we have to provide the path of the, yeah, Sudhir, could you please mute it? Is there any
Yeah,
chance?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, fine. So here in the source, we have to provide the path of that image. Where is that image? Okay, so if you provide dot dot slash, this is relative path. Don't worry, we will discuss, but at present, just remember. So this is the relative path. It will take care by the structure, means where it is available. If you want to find out, so go there, properties would be there. So right click and properties. So if you provide complete path, this is nothing but absolute path. But so we did not provide from starting onwards, right? C colon, documents colon, something chiru slash images slash burn.jpg is there. So we need not to specify complete thing. If you provide as it is from C colon documents and all those things, then also it will provide, it will give the output. But in real time, we don't want to use absolute path because here we are using C colon documents chiru folder. But if you run the same file in somewhere, that image won't be available, right? Because that C colon documents slash chiru is not available in some another system. That's why we have to give up to dot dot slash means it will give properties. So C users admin desktop up to my web project is there, right? If you write dot dot slash, it will take care by the this complete path. Wherever you want to keep this complete web structure, no issues, but it will take care by the this relative path. And after that, this is up to root context. Okay, this is nothing but root context. And after that, what are the folder structure we have given? So that folder name, then image name we have to provide. Okay, so this is the way we have to develop manual way. So we did not use any, what is that, NetBeans or Eclipse or Visual Studio. I have used simple Notepad plus plus. I have saved this file extension with .html, and we can save this file .html also. Not L is not required. Okay, we can save both .html or .html. We can save any one of the extensions. Fine. So now finally we got the output, this one. So this is heading, this is title, this is heading, and this is headings got decreased from H1 to H6. So this is paragraph, and finally we got image. Okay, so if you want to increase the image, you can increase by using width and height. These also attributes. Width is equal to some 500 pixels. Okay, height is equal to some 500 pixels. Okay, so now if you want to increase, we can increase the image size, but picture quality is not good. So that's what. So if you want to increase, we can increase, or we can decrease like 300 pixels and 300 pixels. Okay, depends upon your requirement. You have to increase or decrease the image. Okay, so this is basic template, and we have to provide this. Don't worry, we will discuss one more time. Here some more attributes would be there for understanding. I have discussed it here. So we will discuss here one more alt attribute would be there. We will discuss all those things at the time of completion of this program. Okay, fine. So this is the basic template we have created manual way, and we have given the extension .html or .htm. Okay, finally we got the output. But how to create the project structure in NetBeans, we will see now. Go to File, New Project, use Java Web. Why we are using Java Web here? If you want to use, we can use HTML5 as you wish. If you want to do only front-end project, but I'm trying to do, so even what is that? So we are interacting with server-side technologies also. So at the time of jQuery and AngularJS, just we will write one Java program, and we will retrieve the values from server-side code. So we don't want to write any, actually in real time, we don't want to write any Java program, don't worry. But retrieval is important. But even though we have to interacting with server-side technologies, right? For that, I will explain just only JSP page. It is similar to ASP page or similar to HTML page only, same. But just they have given some extra tags for that. That's it. Okay. For that reason only, I'm choosing Java Web. Okay, if you are a .NET guy or if you are any other, no issues, you can choose directly HTML5. If you want to, in any server side interaction would be there in Visual Studio as you wish. You can use that Visual Studio, some server side web, I think, I don't know exactly in Visual Studio how to use. So if you want to interacting with server side technologies, then we have to choose another web structure. Okay, next, here I want to write same project name here also, or we will change my web application. As you wish, you can give any project name. Just next, just you can choose any one of the servers. So because for this HTML not required any servers, but if you want to interacting with server side technologies, then only we have to choose one server. But in NetBeans, they have given one application server, one web server. This is Glassfish server is application server, Apache Tomcat is web server. Now they have migrated. This is also application server. But even though, so choose one of the web server or application server, anything. Just click on next. Don't choose anything from here because this is completely related to Java frameworks. So not required. Just click on finish. So finally, we have created one structure of web application in NetBeans. So now I want to create modules, right? So the same way we have created in manual way. So go to web pages, right click, new, so create folder. Okay, same thing. I want to keep all the HTML files into pages folder. Right click again, web pages, new folder, and write all the JavaScript files into JS folder. Page new folder. So all the CSS files we have to keep it into CSS folder. So we have to keep all, so images we have to keep it into images folder. But JS and CSS we did not discuss here because at the time of JavaScript, at the time of CSS, we will discuss those two modules. Okay, but at present we are concentrating on pages and images folders. These two are important. Yeah, same. So now I want to create in the pages folder, I want to create one HTML page. Okay, so how to create? New, just create HTML. Pages, right click pages, new HTML. Then it will give, ask what is the file name of HTML. Then write first program. Okay, first program, click on finish. So here it will generate by default template, But so we have already created the program at the time of manual way, right? Just copy and paste. Okay, so here image, here it is giving warning. So because of 300 pixels here like this, so okay, then it won't give error. Okay, fine. Or sometimes what happen, we can provide 300 pixels also, no issues, but what happen, it will give the output, but it will give the warning. Okay, fine. Just run file, then we will get the same output. At the time of running first time, right, NetBeans, it will run servers and everything, it will take time. So after a couple of seconds, then it will display, and next time onwards, it will give immediate output. Okay, and I will show you the same thing in brackets also. Okay, next time onwards we will go NetBeans or brackets or Notepad, anything, no issues. But these are the tools we have to use in real time. Brackets, and second one is one of the IDEs, but don't use any NetBeans or is the Notepad or Notepad++ in real time. But if you practice programs in Notepad or Notepad++, then only you will get the more means more, what is that, you will get more knowledge if you use Notepad or Notepad++, because it won't give any suggestions. But if you go NetBeans IDE or Visual Studio or Eclipse, then it will give the suggestions. Yeah, fine. So here image did not come, right, because we did not keep that image into that folder structure. So burn is there, copy and go here. Where is image is there? Here, just paste it here. So burn.jp is there. Now run this program. So or otherwise control F5. Control F5 is the shortcut for refreshing, and it will remove the cache data also. So what is cache data also I will explain later, don't worry. Okay, fine. Here, so we have to, as it is output, right? What are the things we have done in manual way? The same thing we have done here through IDE. Just how to create the web structure is important. That's it. Remaining things as it is. Okay, fine. So now I want to show you live preview. For this, what we have to do, we have to run, right? But in bracket software, if you want to install, you can install brackets also. This is also very good tool for front-end frameworks or front-end technologies. Just see here. But we need not to write every time control F5, control F5. We are running the program, right? Here, live preview is there here. Okay, just I have written, I think already. So how to increase this one? Are you able to see this font? No, right?
No, sir.
Okay, fine, but I don't know how to change the font here. But control is not working here. Control
Yeah, but
mouse.
actually, the screen is very small in when we see from here.
Okay,
You manually zoom whole screen.
that's what. So here we can't zoom,
Yeah.
right? By control mouse is there, right?
Plus,
Or is there any
maybe
way?
you can do that in view.
Or Mac? Okay, view. Yeah, tell me. View.
Font size, increase font size.
Where it is? There is no option, right?
Oh,
Font size something.
Control plus plus.
Control plus plus. Okay, okay. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, here it is there. So I have created, okay, one test.html. I don't want to write this program. So I want to paste this program. Okay, so now first time if you click on right side here, so live preview is there, right? So it will go to browser. So it will give every time. Okay, we have to do like this, and it will give the output. But here what's happening, while writing image structure, so we did not create any project structure, right? So that is the reason we have displayed image. So it doesn't give any image here. If you create the same project structure, then it will give go file, open folder, and we have created one project structure, right? Where is that? My web project, select folder. So here if you run pages first program, then you will get it. So we have opened entire project structure. Okay. Now, if you want to change, just see here, it's coming here, home page 1. So if you want to change anything, instead of get sure, so I want to write get sure info text something, then it's changing immediately and it's giving focus also, which element you are changing. This is live preview, right? So no need to write every time control F5 or F5, no need to refresh. So that is the advantage of brackets. Okay, if you want to practice more program now, this is the better tool. Okay, brackets, just remember that name, that's it. Yeah, fine. Yeah, here we have used the basic template. Now let me explain each and every tag and what is HTML. So why we have to go for HTML, what is markup language. So we will discuss all those things now. So we have seen template structure, what is web structure of HTML, how can we use manually, how can we use NetBeans, and how can we use in, what is that, in brackets. In brackets, just import the project, that's it. I think I have opened HTML, right? Yes. Okay, so what is HTML? Do not write anything. Okay, I will discuss each and everything and I will provide you as it is notes. Just if I want to discuss any points, right? So for example, in a real time something, if I use those scenarios, then only write running notes. Otherwise, do not write anything. Yeah, fine. So what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It was created by Berners-Lee. We have already seen his photo, right? His big. By using HTML, we can create our own static website like our iGetShow.com. So yesterday, I think I have, what is that? We have already seen iGetShow.com related website, right? Locally, we have seen because the domain got expired. So we have created simple HTML, JavaScript, and CSS I have used. Okay. So once again, so iGetShow2 web pages. So click on anything. Okay. Run file. Yeah, so this is simple HTML, JavaScript, and CSS I have used. I did not use any other. Okay, so if you want to go for core Java or front end or AngularJS or anything, so we can go directly there. Okay, AngularJS interview questions, something. These are the interview questions are available in my website. So if you want to create that type of website, then we can use HTML template. So by using HTML, we can create our own static websites like our iGetShow.com. Okay, so in that hypertext is there and markup language is there. So there is two parts, right? HTML means. So what is hypertext? Hypertext means text within another text. That is nothing but hyperlinks. A text has a link within it. It has a hypertext. For example, here, so we have provided some links, right? Okay. So here top 20 MNC interviews are there. So if you mouse over, then if you click on here, this is one text. If you click on here, then it will go to ADP interview questions, right? Automatic data processing interview questions. This is nothing but this is one text. So text within some another text is available. Okay, this is nothing but hypertext. Okay, what is markup language? So it is a programming language that is used to make text more interactive and dynamic. For example, if you want to click on that link, then we have to do something. Then that is more interactive, and moreover, so by using text, we can create tables and we can do some another things, order list and unorder list, images, all those things we can do by using text only. It can turn a text into images, tables, links, etc. Okay, so that's why combination of this hypertext and markup language is nothing but HTML. Okay, just remember these two words. Yeah, this is the basic example I have explained. So the same thing, HTML, head, title, head closed, body, within the body, heading and paragraph is there. I have closed the body, closed the HTML. But I did not discuss this one. Because so if you want to write any HTML5 features, then we have to use doc type HTML. So they have given some versions in HTML from HTML 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you use this one, then we can use HTML1 version 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you did not use, sometimes what happen, so what are the features of HTML5? If you use, then it won't be applicable, means it won't run. But by default they have given HTML5 only. So if you did not mention also, then it will take care by default HTTP engine will take care. So it is HTML5. Okay, so that's why if you did not mention also, no issues. But if you mention HTML4 version here, but if you are trying to use HTML5, then it won't run. So those HTML5 features won't display in the browser. Okay, listen carefully, because this is one of the multiple choice question is there. Okay, we will conduct some tests, right? So some mock tests would be there, mock interviews would be there. Okay, while learning course only. So in between the course only, we will conduct some mock tests and mock interviews. Basic things. If you learn properly these notes, then you can understand, you can easily answer all the questions. Yeah, fine. So this is for HTML5. So we have to mention here, so which HTML page is using HTML1, 2, 3, 4, like this. They have given some frame set. If you want to use, then we have to use frame set. Sometimes strict, all those versions would be there. But if you mention this one, then it would be applicable for all the versions. Okay, fine. So what are the drawbacks of HTML? So one is not secure. So we will see how it is not secure. For example, this website is there. If you want to see entire website, we can able to see, right? Just click on Control U. See, complete website, we can able to see the text. Even if you see any website, we can able to see. Okay, but server side code won't be available here. Only front-end technologies code would be available. So then there is no code secure, right? So even if you go for our own home page, just now we have created, right? The same page it's displaying here. So there is no code security. So that's why I have given. So one is not secure, means application written in HTML are not safe. And one more thing, not dynamic. So if you want to create any dynamic web pages, so HTML pages are not at all required, means not at all recommended. So this is for only static. But if you want any date, for example, I want to convert some date. So what we have to do, so every time, each and every second, we have to change the date. So for example, I want to display only few days are left. So for matrimonial website, something is there. So further date is required, right? So that type of things we can't do by using HTML. Okay, not dynamic. Yeah, fine. So these are the basic things of HTML. What is HTML? So what is a basic example of HTML? What are the drawbacks of HTML? So, and also we have seen what is the web structure of complete web application. Okay, now onwards we will learn each and every tag. Okay, fine. First one is the HTML comments. So HTML comments, then we will see anchor tag. So then we will see how to create tables. Then we will see images. We have already seen image. We will discuss a little bit more here. So list, order list, and order list. So we will discuss all those things. Before discussing these things, now let me explain what is the difference between relative path and absolute path. Okay, so the same thing we have discussed here. Okay, so image. So at the time of image, we have discussed it, right? We will discuss a little bit more. What is relative path? If you provide root context up to here dot dot slash, and after that dot dot slash means root context, that is nothing but web project. Okay, that web project, up to web project, we need not to mention any path. And after that onwards, if you create any folder, so all the JavaScript files, we have to keep it in JS folder, right? That's why I have to keep JS folder. Then I want to keep my JS file. So for example, I want to keep images dot dot slash up to this is root context, means up to web project. Then we have to write images folder. In that we have kept Berners-Lee photo, right? So here I kept my image.jpg something. So this is the way we have to use relative path. In the relative path, we need not to specify entire path. Just mention root context, means up to web structure. Then we have to specify the folder. In that folder, what are the images are available, or what are the JavaScript files, what are the CSS files we have to use. So those paths we have to provide. But coming to the absolute path, we have to give the complete path, either this one, or we can use that is domain. If you use domain like that, if it is localhost, then how to use localhost, some port number would be there, 8080 something. After that we have to write something. Okay, we can use like that, or sometimes if you use local system, then we have to use c colon documents slash chiru. Then we have to write images. Then means after that we have to write folder structure, web structure, my web project. Then we have to write images. Then we have to write my image.jpg. For example, if it is image. But in relative path, we need not to mention up to here. Just write dot dot slash. But in absolute path, we have to specify entire path. So if you specify this entire path, I want to move this web project to the another system. Then is it work? No, it won't work. For example, if you use domain, for example, I have used iGetShoot.com now, and later I have changed the domain name getShootInfotech.com. Then what happening? Then it will not work. That's why in real time we have to use always relative path, not absolute path. So we have to give the relative path always. So what is relative path? Just we have to provide up to here project structure, then we have to specify the images. So what are the things, images or JS or CS or anything. So then we have to change we have to store the file name. Okay, so that is the difference between relative path and absolute path. So this is very, very important. Okay, here I have used some inline style for better look. We are adding inline style sheet. Okay, somewhere, not on all places. So some inline style is there. So inline style, for that we have to use style attribute. Okay, we will discuss that one later. Don't worry. Yeah, first one is the comments. How to write the comments in HTML? Just we have to use less than symbol, then exclamatory, then we have to use two hyphens. This is the comment in HTML. This is open comment, this is close comment. Okay, but in IDE is not required to remember all these things. So if you want to comment, so for example, I want to comment all these things. How to comment? Control slash. Okay, this is used for single line comment and as well as multi-line comment also. Okay, so if you want to write only single line comment, you can use like this. Okay, even though if you want to do just in IDE is control slash. Okay, so not required to remember all those things in the IDE. IDE is not required, but if you remember if you want to do manually, then you have to write like this. Then what is the advantage of comment lines in real time? Do you have any idea? One person. Yeah, Vamsi.
To explain the particular line, what is the
Yes,
next time reference.
yes, you're right. But yeah, in real time, especially, for example, I have written the code. So I have written some business logic code for that.
Explain
Some,
that,
yeah, tell me.
to explain that, yeah, I mean, to understand the code, they'll write some comments over there so that
Yes, yes, what you said
they'll
that is
know
correct.
the.
Yeah, so the same scenario, let me explain. Yeah, what he said that is 100% is correct. So for example, I have written some business logic here, but I have written and after a couple of years, I went to some another company. But next person came and now he wants to do some operations here. So without writing any comment, then how can he understand this code? For example, he is the only person knows regarding this code. Then if you write something about that particular business logic, the next person will come and visit that particular code. Then if you write some comment, we are doing like this, we are doing like this. So that is the reason we are getting this result. So if they write, then only next person can understand easily. So that is the reason we have to provide comments. That is the main advantage. And at the time of programs, we have to understand each and every line, right? Okay, this is used for headings. Just we have to write comments. That purpose also. This is h1 tag is the or h2, right? So h2 tag is used for something heading. Okay, like that. If you want to write that particular tag related information, we can write. This is also used for comments. Comments we can use like this also. Okay, so that is the advantage of comments. So if we ask anyone in interviews, so what is the use of comments? We are writing and we are commenting, so there is no use of this comment. Then why we are writing? So then you have to say this answer. So the persons who knows already, so leave it, but the persons who doesn't know, this is very very important. Okay, yeah. Next one is the anchor tag. How to write anchor tag? Okay, so now let me write here only, or otherwise we'll leave, remove all those things. So we will keep only paragraph, and okay, we will remove, we will see later all those things. Okay, in the body tag first we will write, okay, anchor tag. So if you want to create any hyperlinks in HTML, we have to use a tag. A means anchor tag. Okay. So within that anchor tag, we have to provide href is the attribute name. So this is, sorry, this is tag name. This is tag name. This is attribute name. This is value. Okay. This is attribute value. So this is one more attribute. This is attribute value. Between we are writing some text, right, that would be displayed in the browser. Okay, so this is for anchor tag. Anchor tag means hyperlinks. If you click on hyperlink, then we have to move somewhere, right? That somewhere we have to provide within the href attribute value. So for example, I want to go, so here previously that website is there, right? That's why I have given that one. So now I want to go google.com. Okay, so for that, if I click on get your website text here, right? So then it will move to the google.com website. Now, so is it means it's moving, right? It's redirecting to the google.com. So do we need to open within the page or another page? Means do we need to open within the tab or another tab? For that, we have to use target. So this is the attribute name target. If you provide underscore blank, then it will open in the another tab. If you did not specify anything, then it would be by default self. We can write self self. But normally if you don't want any another tab, then don't write anything, because by default underscore self only. Okay, so but if you want in another tab, after clicking on get your website, I don't want to open within the same web page, means same tab, so I want to open in another tab. For that we have to use target is the attribute. We will see now output. See, get your I think horizontal line break is there, we will discuss. Okay, get your website. So if you click on this, then it will move to the next tab, not within the same tab. Okay, so just run it. So this is the browser first tab. Click on that, it will open in another tab, but this page is available. But I don't want like that. I want to open within the same page only. Then remove target. That's it. Get your website. If you click on that, it will open within the page only. It's not opening another tab. So for that, we have to use target. If you want another tab, then use target. If you don't want, then remove. Okay, that is nothing but anchor tag. Yeah. So if you have any doubts now in middle of the session, you can ping me or you can ask me. Okay, fine. So next one is the table. How can we create the table? Okay, before writing table, let me explain simple table in the paint. But some members, they may feel bored, but we have to explain because some members doesn't know anything about so basics. So that is the reason we are explaining each and everything. So this is the table, and here we are creating multiple table rows. Okay, and so multiple columns also. Those are rows, these are columns. Okay, so in HTML, how can we write table? By using table tag. So once we write the tag, open the tag, immediately we have to close the tag, right? Yes. And after that we have to write table heading and as well as table body, right? So for the table body headings we have to use table row. First we have to take all our rows only. So table row, we have to close table row. And after that, that is first row, this is second row, like that. Here also we have to close table row. This is third row, fourth row, fifth row. And here we have to write headings. So for that they have given table heading serial number, and we have to close table heading. And after that we have to use same, so multiple table headings, and we have to use some name, and we have to close table heading. Like that we have to use name, age, salary. Okay, and here now onwards we have to use table data. First row won't be only table heading, right? Next row onwards we have to write table data. For that we have to write TD serial number 1, we have to close TD. Okay, so and after that we have to write table data, then we have to write some get sure name is there, and we have to write TD. Like that we have to write table data in all the cells, so then it will create one table. We will see the same example practically here. So if you want to provide, you can provide border also. Border is the attribute name for that border. So if you want to provide any border for the table, we have to specify border is equal to, so thickness, how much thickness you want. For example, I want 5. So then it will give very thick, right? So if you give for 10, it will give very thick. We will see practically. Yeah, now, so same thing, I have created one table row, second table row, third and fourth. I have open table, I have closed the table. Then I have open table row, close the table row. Within that, first one is table headings. All are table headings. Next onwards, we have to write table data. Okay, so now we will see here. So we have created table, right? But we did not provide any width and height, right? But I want entire web browser. No, I want only 50% of the web browser. So for that, we have to specify one more width. So how much width is required? So I want 100%, then you have to specify 100%, like that. No, I don't want 100%. I want only 50% of the web page. Then you have to specify 50%. So depends upon your requirement, you have to change the table. So table is very, very important in entire web application. Even if you go for Bootstrap, even if you go for jQuery, even if you go for CSS, everywhere we have to use tables. Okay, so this is just we are writing. So whatever the output would be there in server-side technologies or front-end technologies, we have to show some data in tabular format, right? So you should understand what is table. So what are the table contains? So table is having table row and table heading, table row and table data, like that we have to use, and after that we have to close the table. Okay, so they have given T head and T body also. If you want to use, you can use for table heading just T head and T body. So without using also we can develop the same thing. Okay, fine. So now we will discuss some, I want to apply some colors, and as well as I want to apply some row span and call span. Okay, we will see how to apply and all those things now. So here only if you want to apply, you can apply style, but we will discuss, don't worry, at the time of CSS, we will discuss. So this is for just simple inline style I will apply. So what is inline, what is internal, what is external, we will discuss at the time of CSS. So if you want to apply any style, color, some white, so background color, some green. So if you want to change the colors, we can change, but we will learn at the time of CSS. Don't worry. For better look, I have given the class. Okay, style attribute I have given, I have implemented. Yeah, next one is the call span and row span. So in call span and row span, for example, my scenario is different here. Okay. So let me explain the same scenario here also. I want to combine two things. For example, here in my example, where is this thing? Okay, fine. So I want to combine two cells, two table rows I want to combine, and as well as I want to combine two columns also. Mm, Okay, so here I want to combine two table rows. Here I want to combine two columns, but you may think different, right? So this is we are combining table rows, not columns. Okay, so that's why we have to use here row span. Here we have to use combining two columns, right? This is called span. So here row span, we have combined two rows, right? That's why we have to provide row span is equal to 2. Here we have combined two columns, right? You have to provide col span is equal to 2. But very rare case this requirement is there, so not required. But you have to, if you remember, then if you get the situation in real time, then you have to use, right? For that we are discussing. Yeah, so like that row span and col span we have to provide in the table. Okay, we will see the same thing here. Here Srikanth is multiple times. Here one column, this is one row, this is second row, but there is Srikanth Kumar is there and Srikanth Babu is there. Okay, so that is the reason I have provided, instead of providing individually Srikanth Kumar, Srikanth Babu, I have provided only one time Srikanth. And both are getting, Srikanth Kumar and Srikanth Babu is getting 20,000 salary only. So why should we write twice? So for that reason also I have combined two rows. Row span is equal to 2, row span is equal to 2 I have used here. But here I have used col span. So this is one column, first name column, this is last name column. I have combined first name column and last name column. So Dikshit, his surname is not there. Okay. So for that reason, Dikshit is getting some 10,000. Like that, if you want to develop row span here and col span here, then we have to use like this. Row span is equal to 2. For col span, we have to use col span is equal to 2. That's it. But very rare case in real time we have to use. If anyone asks, no, we know that one. So we can use. So how many rows you want to combine? If you want to combine 3 rows, then row span is equal to 3. You have to combine this one also. So if you want to call span up to here, then call span is equal to 3 we have to use. That's it. Yeah, next one is the image. We have already discussed about image, but we have to remember one more attribute name that is very important. So up to here we know, okay. Yeah, up to here we know very well. So image src is equal to dot dot images. This is previously Allu Arjun image is there. So now we want to migrate. So another image. What is our project? So burn.jpg is right. Berners-Lee burn.jpg. So width we know, height we know. So if you want width and height, but alt we did not discuss. For example, that image is not available. So for example, first run this image file. So it's displayed right with the width of 250 and height of 200. But for example, unexpectedly I have given, instead of burn, I have given burn.jpg. Okay, so then how can we identify so that is burn.jpg or not? We don't know, right? So here, even if you go there, so which image is this one? Because we have to use so many images in real time, but we don't know exactly which image is this one. So first, if you identify this, okay, this is homepage banner related image. Okay, this is logo image. We have to identify, right? For that identification, we have to use alt. Alt is nothing but alternative text. So this is banner image, or we have to write HTML founder image. So depends upon that image related information we have to write in alternative text. So this is very, very important in real time. Okay, if you miss any image, so in the web browser we can identify easily. We will see how. So okay, fine. Still it's saving. 1 second. Yeah, now it got saved. Yeah, here control F5. So this is HTML founder image. It's displaying the text. If image is not available, if image is available, say here, then So no need to worry about that one because it will cover that alternative text. If it is missing, then only it would be visible, that alternative text. If it is not, if it is some, for example, image is missing or some path is missing, images one is there instead of images, then only it won't display, right? So if you did mistake related to relative path, then it will display. So without displaying image, and it will display the alternative text. If you give properly, then it will display image, then it won't display any, it will display, but image will cover. Okay, don't say it won't display, it will display, but image will cover. This is the way we have to use image tag, not image img tag. Why I'm specifying img? So this is one of the, what is the multiple choice question. Okay, fine. Yeah, next one is the order list of items. If you want to display, then we have to use, so list and OL and UL. These are the tags are very important while doing product properties. Like for example, if you go for supermarket, then we have to display. So if you want to order, then click on format, it will give the actual original order. Okay, so if you want to display products in supermarket or somewhere, we have to use order of items, list of items, right? So that may be order list or unorder list. So if you provide order list, then it will give 1 2 3 4. If you provide unorder list, then it will give dot symbol. That's it. So order list we have to specify UL, OL, and unorder list we have to specify UL. This is order list tag. This is unorder list tag. So in the order list we have to specify list of items. Same as in unorder list also we have to specify list of items. But before that, so in order list it will give 1 2 3 4 5, but here it will give dots. That's it. Yeah. So item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5. Here it's displaying dot instead of 1 2 3 4 5. So this is the way we have to use order list and unorder list. Okay, fine. So, okay, do you have any doubts? Tell me first of all. So we will discuss tomorrow remaining topics. So if you have any doubts, let me know.